Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Still letting people in. Get everybody in here.
She wants us. There we go.
Good morning, everybody. Looks like people are slowly coming on. We'll get started here. We'll wait for a few more to jump on in. Whoops. How's everyone doing this morning?
Good. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if everyone's seeing the same sky that I am, but
I don't have a window, but after this meeting, I'll get up and check it out. I'll take your word for it right now, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm not actually at the golf course, but I'd like to be.
Me too. I don't play golf, but they're beautiful. Pardon me.
Hey, Takora, how are you doing?
Okay. Well, I think we can definitely get started. Looking to see if I can. A lot of people I'm not seeing on here. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Great. Well, my name is Shannon Bennett, and I am taking over for your former leader, Brian Humphreys. Happy to be here. Thank you for understanding my kind of personal need to cancel last month's meeting. I had a pre-planned vacation before coming on board in this position. So I apologize, but I appreciate everybody attending today. If we could maybe just go around and give me a just a brief introduction of who everyone is and a little bit about yourself. I will go ahead and start. Let's start up in our upper left-hand corner with Matt Harper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I work with Puget Sound Clean Air Agency, which is the air quality agency in the region. And, our agency has recognized Lakewood as a community that we need to focus resources on. So we've tried to engage for the past 2 or 3 years. And I know that we have a team of about 5 or 6 people that you'll kind of regularly see cycle through the meetings. Myself and Sarah are both here today. Sarah Nichols, and she's waving. And what we try to do with Gail and Madeline and some other folks that we work with is we try to work with the communities to push resources in the air quality space to the Lakewood community. One of the things that was successful last year was the filter fans. We were able to give away some filter fans at some, even in COVID world, we did some outdoor events last year where we were able to get some filter fans to people. And the purpose for those filter fans is for people in a wildfire situation where there's bad air quality outside. They can use the filter fan in a safe space in their home or in their apartment or wherever they live. And they can clean up the air inside so that they can breathe a little bit better. There's other things that we do associated with education and outreach and microsensors and air monitoring and things like that. But we try to, I don't know, that's what we're doing here, I guess.
Well, it sounds like good work, really good work, definitely. All right, how about Takora Miller?
Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm Takora. I'm the volunteer coordinator down at St. Leo's Food Connection, and we provide one of the local food banks, mobile food banks, to the Springbrook area.
Fantastic. I've been hearing a lot about the mobile food bank to the Springbrook area, so thank you.
Yeah, I was
Sarah, how about
coordinator out there for 4 years, and now I work down in the main office.
Okay, that had to have been rewarding being out there and seeing,
Oh, I
being
love
in the
it.
thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good work, good work.
Thank
How about Miss Sarah Irish?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Irish. I'm the Community Engagement Specialist for Molina Healthcare. We work with Medicaid recipients, Apple Health. So low-income people, and normally like Springbrook and many other communities in Lakewood. And we work very closely with community healthcare and the hospitals.
Thank you, Sarah. Again, great work. Megan Frick.
Hi, my name is Megan. I am the Development Assistant for Emergency Food Network. So we are the main emergency food distributor for Pierce County. This is my first time attending. I'm filling in for Caroline, who usually attends or has attended in the past. So happy to be here.
Thank you, Megan. We appreciate you being here. All right, Ted, how about Ted? Ted's one of our internal employees here at the City of Lakewood. Good. Give us a little about yourself, Ted. There you go.
Caught me while I was cleaning my glasses. I'm Ted Thielen. I'm a program coordinator for the City of Lakewood. I work in community and economic development, and I've seen a bunch of you before.
How about Vanessa?
Morning, everyone. Hi, can everybody hear me okay? Great.
Yes.
Great. My name is Vanessa Kitts. I'm the Executive Director here at Pierce County Project Access. And we're a small nonprofit. We serve the low-income residents of Pierce County by connecting them to healthcare services. So we have two programs, our donated care program, in which we have partnerships with local providers in the community, both with Multicare Health System, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, and the independent medical community. And we connect patients with those providers. And then our second program is our premium assistance program, where we pay the monthly premium for those who qualify, which frees them up and allows them to pay for gas and groceries and other things. And I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Thank you, Vanessa. Let's go, Rachel.
Oh, maybe things are connecting. There we go. Sorry. I'm Rachel. I'm the program director at Rebuilding Together South Sound. We provide free home repairs for low-income homeowners, serving all of Pierce County as well as Federal Way and Auburn. We do a large amount of work in Lakewood, and I mean, we were just at a house yesterday. So, yeah, we will look at repairs, everything from small plumbing fixes and grab bar installs to wheelchair ramps, HVAC, roofs, moderate electrical issues. If there's a problem in your house, we've probably dealt with it. There's a handful of things we can't handle, but that's what we do. We're happy to help.
I do know, Rachel, that you guys do amazing work. I work for the city of Tacoma, so in their housing division, and yes, definitely know about your organization and appreciate you very much.
I thought you looked familiar. So
Can
there's the connection.
Sorry. Can I ask one more time what organization you're with? I didn't catch that part. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rebuilding Together South Sound.
All righty. Ellie, Miss Ellie Wilson.
Ellie Wilson, I chair the Lakewoods Promise Advisory Board for the city of Lakewood. And our mission is really to support our youth and their families in the city of Lakewood in any way that we possibly can. We are a satellite of the national promise that was initiated by Colin Powell several years back. And we are a strong supporter of our youth and their families here in Lakewood. And we appreciate all the work that all the social services do for us.
Thank you, Ellie. I'm going to go over to Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol Wiley, and I'm with the Neighborhood Center. We're a ministry of Lake City Community Church, and we're still fairly new, but we're essentially working with community, helping to empower and get people in the community to talk to each other. So programs we have now are community walks, a program called English with Friends. We are clearing land for community garden, and hopefully soon we'll have some on one day a week, some exercise programs for seniors, as well as hopefully some kind of get together games, puzzles kind of morning just to avoid isolation. We also run the Bread of Life Food Bank, so have a strong partnership with EFN and some others on this call.
Thank you, Carol. All right, I'm going to go with Bryce Mangelson.
Perfect. Yeah, my name is Bryce. I'm an intern here with the Parks and Recreation and Social Services Department. I'll be here for another 2 months. I'm excited to be here, help, and learn what I can.
Andrea. How do I don't know.
Andrea. Hi,
Nice
everyone. I am Andrea Blue, President and CEO of Making a Difference Foundation. We own Eloise Cooking Pot Food Bank, which is the largest independent food bank in Pierce County with the largest delivery system. We currently, right now, I think have about 15 routes in Lakewood, along with a mobile food bank service, along with a homeless program. And happy to be here today.
Happy to have you. Thank you so much. Sticky.
Hi, yes. My name is Siggy Frank. I am the program manager at Oasis Youth Center. We are the LGBTQ Drop-In Resource Center in downtown Tacoma. We serve ages 11 to 24 years old. Our main location is in downtown Tacoma, but we serve Pierce County and have a satellite location in Lakewood. And we do programming and advocacy for LGBTQ youth.
I love it. Thank you, Siggy, for your fantastic work. And let's see, Andrea, Marissa.
Hi, my name is Marissa Hulshu. I'm the Children's Program Manager at the YWCA Pierce County. We provide services to survivors of intimate partner violence. And our children's program provides services to secondary survivors, which is support groups, in-kind donations, and other emotional support.
All right, thank you so much. Let's go with Marcy Boulay.
Morning, everybody. I'm just joining. I'm Marcy Boulay. I'm a community liaison at Tacoma Pierce County Health Department. It's been a while since I've been here, but it's nice to see some familiar and new faces. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Marcy. Let's go with Matt Harper.
You caught me off guard. I've already introduced myself.
I'm sorry, Matt. Got you down.
I went first.
You did.
No problem.
Jesse. Oh, thank you, Matt. Jesse Black.
You're muted, Jesse.
Unmute, Jesse.
Sorry about that, guys. My name's Jesse Black. I'm here representing LASA today as a prevention specialist, and I'm also the director of Springbrook Connections.
Thank you, Jesse. Tasha.
Hi, this is my first time joining one of these meetings. I am the current director of the Springbrook Mobile Food Bank connected with St. Leo's.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tasha. Rachel, I've got Rachel. I've already got Rachel. I think Amelia.
Hi, my name is Emilio.
Emilio. Sorry, I wrote it down.
That's okay. I'm with the Lakewood Pierce County Library. I am an adult services specialist. And so with two other adult services librarians, we make up the adult services team. This is also my first meeting. Some of you might know my colleague, Elise Bodell. I believe she's here quite a bit as well. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. Happy to get connected with the community and see what everyone's up to.
Thank you very much, Emilio. All right, I think Mary Dodsworth.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Mary Dodsworth. I work with Shannon and the other staff with the City of Lakewood. We're super excited to bring the collaboration back together this year and see so many of my friends, familiar faces, and so many new faces too. But I'm really excited about bringing the community back together and working together to solve any issues that we have. And also cheering on Shannon. This is her first collaboration meeting. And so we're excited to have her on our team, and we're gonna enjoy meeting her and working with her. And she is really excited about learning and meeting all of you too. So have a great morning.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mary. Have I forgotten everyone? I think I got everyone that's on the call. Nikki York is on the call. Oh, hi, Jennifer. I was looking at you. Did I have her? Hi, Jennifer. Last but certainly not
I just
least.
kind of blend in a little bit. I'm program manager here at LASA, primarily overseeing rent assistance and our prevention services.
Yay. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for being patient in the transition between Brian and myself. Like Mary said, I am very excited to be here. Just a little background. I know I shared with you that I currently serve, I have two hats here at the City of Lakewood, both very exciting. And I am looking forward to working with a lot of you on both programs. I came on board here in, February of last year, when the CARES Act came down and they needed somebody to come in and administer the rental and mortgage assistance program. So I came in and have administered that program, and I'm going to actually share a little bit with you my presentation here momentarily. So I've administered the rental and mortgage assistance program, and then came on board with Mary's team in February of this year to run the human services side and to work with our incredible youth on the youth council and the community services advisory board, and Ellie and her team with Lakewoods Promise. And now I'm here with all of you all to see how I can put us all together and let you guys do what you do and create some synergistic relationships, or you know, work on those that you already have going. So thank you very much. I guess what I can do is just launch right on into my presentation about our mortgage and rental assistance, if that's okay with everybody. I'm having a little technical issue with my screen here, so let's see what I can share and see if it comes across properly. Are you guys all seeing that okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, looks good.
all righty. Great. So just a little background, and a lot of individuals on this call certainly know about this because you are my counterparts in providing our residents throughout Pierce County with some much needed assistance due to the pandemic. And so it really came out of the last administration. There were $5 billion in funds released to local municipalities, states, a lot of the community development block grant grantees, or as we in the biz call it, CDBG. And it really is to provide financial assistance to low-income individuals who have experienced a hit to their income and their livelihood, and therefore their ability to maintain stable housing as a result of the pandemic. And these funds are much like CDBG. You can use them on public service, the housing, affordable housing element, public improvement and facilities, economic development, and actually some acquisition of real property for those affordable housing purposes. Let's see. All right. So our mortgage and rental assistance program. So for my particular program, you must be a Lakewood resident. And again, you must have experienced a direct loss of income, whether that be, layoff, reduction in hours, you're a small business owner and your business took a hit, or you have, small school children that we all know schools were closed, daycares were closed. A lot of individuals that I help are single parent and just don't have the luxury of having jobs that provide them with time off to stay home with their little kiddos. So these are the people that I'm really able to help. And again, we have the mortgage and the rent. My program requires that you had to have been current in either your mortgage or your rent as of March 31st of 2020. We want to make sure that we're helping those individuals who it definitely was the pandemic that resulted in their need. We go by the CDBG and home guidelines of 80% of area median income. So your current income cannot exceed that, and that's for all adults, working adults in the household. And then on these slides, I've included some of these testimonials that to date in my career, I have never received so many wonderfully written, kind words about the program that I'm administering or the work that I'm doing. And I have a history of affordable housing. Not to say others weren't. I'm sure very, very appreciative of what I'm doing, but I'm finding that the individuals that I'm helping are so humble and so very thankful. So these testimonials mean a lot to me. So the process is pretty simple. So residents can qualify up to $4,000 to help pay for that past due balance. And I'm not like the county. I get a lot of confusion with people thinking they applied for my program, but it actually was the county portal. So for me to be directly apply to the city of Lakewood, you can access the applications two ways. We have it on our website. And then also I have applications in English, Korean, and Spanish down on our counter. So if you don't have a printer or scanner available to you, I just invite people to come in and pick up an application. If I receive a complete application, meaning, the entire application is filled out, to most importantly include the specific ways that COVID has negatively impacted an applicant's income, and they've submitted the supporting documents, I can turn around at this point, I can turn around at approval within about 5 minutes of reading the application. And then it's just a process of documents going back and forth. It's federal money, so there are, there's documents that need to be signed and returned. But once I receive the documents back from the tenant and the landlord or the lender, it's a matter of me just running the documents up the food chain to get our city manager to sign our agreement. And then I ask for a request of funds, and I hit one of two pay check cuts. But I can turn this around in probably, I'd say, 4 to 6 weeks from time of application to time when the landlord receives their funds. And again, payment is made directly to the landlord, not the tenant. And it is only for provable past due income. So I'll ask, once an applicant is approved, I will ask the landlord for a ledger so that I can make sure that I am paying only amount of past due rent. In other words, if say somebody has $3,400 in past due rent, I'm unable to give them a remaining $600 balance towards future rents, because for our program, our rent must be in arrear. Now, what I have had and encouraged individuals to do is, if I don't use all of your money, I always tell my applicants, look, it's because it's hard. A lot of individuals, I'm finding it's really humbling for them to ask for assistance. So I always tell them, I haven't been able to spend all of my money on you yet, and I don't like to leave money on the table. And as much as I'm helping you, you're helping me, because we've been given this money. And as those very versed in HUD know, that if we don't spend the money, we have to give it back. And that never looks good for a municipality to have to return federal money. So I'm always encourage these individuals that, if you apply once and we don't have enough, please come back, apply with me again, and I'm going to get that balance to you. Or what I've done is I have asked the landlord, if we're kind of close to the process where it's coming dangerously close to the following month, and the individual's rent is due, and they're still looking like they're having a little bit of a problem getting back on their feet, I'll ask the landlord if we can maybe kick the can down the road a little bit and be a little slower on the process of our documents, so that I can get into that next month, and then we can consider it late and I can expend all of my money to help that individual and hopefully get them at their maximum $4,000. And that seems to be working out pretty well. I've got a few landlords in our community that we've become kind of a well-oiled machine, and they understand how I work and my desire to get as much of the money into their hands as I possibly can. And let's see. So just to tell you where we are today, I was given about $804,000 to spend on this program. And much of it, or some of it, comes from a program that we had administered in 2020, and it was administered by a counterpart of mine, Martha Larkin. And it was for individuals who were late in their rent. We didn't have a mortgage assistance program piece on that one, but they were late in 2020. So then my program, which comes with the block grant, is for individuals who were late in 2021, late with their rent or mortgage in 2021, and had about $656,000 to spend there. So I have about $805,000 to get out there and help people with. To date, my mortgage assistance program is a little slow going. I think it's because we didn't get the word out as much. We were telling lenders about it. And so we have 20 served, or 7 served so far. And of that, of the household members, so 20 individuals. So 7 households, 20 individuals, each of them have maxed out the $4,000. So that's $28,000. And then a lion's share of what I've gotten out the door so far is our rental assistance. And so I've helped almost 190 people for 454 individuals. And I'm getting up to 568,000. I do currently have in process 17 working files that I have going on. So total number of households thus far, 196,000, and 475-ish family members for about $596,000. So I have a balance, unless more money comes my way, which I'm happy to receive, of about $209,000. So if I look at our average of grant amount, it's about $3,300. So I'm anticipating with the existing money that I can probably help another 70 people. And that is including the individuals that I have in process right now. And what I really like is that about 73% of my fund, 73% of the households that I've served fall at the very low income level as defined by HUD. And that's 50% of the area's median income. So this is Ellie. Oh no, Ellie, you were gone for Lakewood's Promise meeting, but this might look a little bit familiar. But I'm glad, Ellie, that you're on this call now, because this question came to me from you. You had asked me about the Tillicum Oaks New Development Project. And so I sought some information from Jeff Gum, who is our housing manager. And what he told me is, so the Tillicum Oaks New Development Project, Habitat for Humanity is acting as the developer. It will include 4 houses and 4 duplexes. We've got 600,000 in home funds and about another 50 or so thousand in neighborhood stabilization program funds, which some of you might or might not remember. That was a program that came out in about 2008. So we're still spending those funds, probably a lot of program income. And the anticipated completion is going to be in about 2+ years. So that is my presentation, and I'm happy to take questions. Anybody have any questions? You want to raise your hand, or we're good and we want to move on to the next topic? All right. Well, so what I'd like to talk about next is the youth summit, and give some back. It's just little. I have new details on it. I'm working furiously right now planning it. We do have an absolute date, and it's going to be May 21st, which is a Saturday. Our youth expressed a strong need to get the most bang for their buck. So what they're going to do is they're going to attend our youth summit, which will be at this point 11 to 4. And I just went and talked with the individuals at Harrison Prep yesterday. Very excited. First time I was on that campus, and it's truly amazing. So met with them. We've decided that's going to be our location. And so what the youth want to do is they want to attend that first, and then they're going to go over at 4:30. We have our dance party that is going to be in the plaza over here. So they're going to really make it so they can have a whole day of seeing their counterparts and, getting out there and having social interaction, which they so desperately want at this time, especially with 2 years of being held indoors. So what I'm looking at at this point is they've chosen 3 areas of emphasis. One is workforce development, youth mental health, and then kind of a financial stability or financial education. So what I'm looking for are individuals who can provide us with vendors, breakout sessions. I have a few people that I'll be calling later today. I'd like to have about 4 breakout sessions, do things that are very interactive, like yoga, some art therapy. And then we're going to have two to three keynote speakers. My youth council has already given me the information and sought out permission from these or interest from the 2 individuals they'd really like to see. They'd seen previously. And one of our youth council members said that when he heard this person speak, he got goosebumps and teared up a little bit. So for me, that's a good effect. And I'd like to go ahead and bring that person on, hopefully. And then another one is a poet that's spoken in the past. So that's exciting. But anyway, so I'm happy to, let's open it up for discussion and see where everybody, ideas. I'm happy to take from all of you on how we can make this event successful and how you would like to be a part of it. I will also be asking for volunteers. I just have to find out once I get the vendors on board, find out how many I need, but then I'll be putting a call out for volunteers as well. I'd like to open it up for discussion at this point.
Which day was that again, Shannon?
May 21st. It's a Saturday from 11 to 4. No questions, comments, recommendations? Lawrence? I think I need everybody to unmute. Oh, there you are. Hi, Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey there.
Hi.
Hi. Oh no, I accidentally hit unmute on accident. Yeah. So no, I'm excited for the event. If I had to pose a question, I was just curious on kind of marketing efforts right now. Just if there's some current kind of strategy around that and where I can help.
Sure. Thank you. So we're going to provide the schools, obviously have the schools get involved. We really want to hit students of a lower socioeconomic status, right? There's workforce development that is one of the main topics, and working with a couple of our partners, Lawrence, to be included. We've got some great vendors that we have that we're going to contact. And so we really want to get those individuals, those youth out there that may not have a path in mind, maybe need a little bit more guidance, maybe realize that maybe a 4-year college isn't the option for them, and we can introduce them to the trade schools and stuff. So Lawrence actually has, he and I have sat on 2 calls, and so we're going to work together in getting that workforce development vendors in place. He's got an incredible list. But as far as the marketing, and again, I am here open to all recommendations, but at this point, we'll send out blasts through our media communications here in City Hall, and then as well as go to all the schools to pass out the information or distribute the information and to encourage their students to attend. So that's where I am right now.
Well, thank you. And I'm curious, with the marketing communication team, are they have a certain time when they're going to have like flyers or, anything that's digital or web-based, just so I can share it and let folks know?
So I'm hoping to get together with my communications manager later this week, or actually next week, and find out what he needs from me in order to get that out right away. And then when I create the correspondence, I will absolutely, issue it to individuals who want to get it out there as well. Lawrence, definitely yourself. Yeah. Anyone else who'd like to? Yeah, I mean, my intention is to get the information to all of my boards so that they can distribute it as well.
Got it. And then
so hopefully to answer your question, Lawrence, by the end of next week. Yes, sir.
Perfect. And last question, since I'm going to be part of the youth summit with the workforce development piece, if I had a particular flyer design myself, would you want me to send that to you and the marketing team to get it approved, or just what's the protocol?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Forward that to me, and then I'll take it to our marketing team. I mean, our media manager.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to get that as soon as I possibly can, Lawrence. That's great.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mary?
Hi, everyone. Hey, Shannon, did you guys come up with a number that you were hoping for? Because I know that when we first were having conversations, they were really hoping to keep it within Lakewood, and then depending on the participation, expanding it out beyond the border so that they can really kind of keep that community. And then also it's going to be pre-registered, right? You have to register to sign up so that you know who's coming.
Yes. Yes. So the first question is, I know, when we first started talking about the kids, we're like 1,000 people, and I love that. We're looking at, so Harrison Prep, and then we kind of toned it back down to like 400. We've been going back between 400 and 1,000. I feel like we can settle maybe somewhere in the middle. Harrison Prep, they can house about 750, they said. So I think that's a really comfortable number. And we are limiting it, at least for this year, to just Lakewood youth. It is our desire and our hope that depending, on the success and everything, to expand it throughout Pierce County. But this year it'll just be Lakewood youth.
And then, of course, I'll speak, I know communities and schools would have popped up, but we know transportation is such a big deal and such an issue, especially for the kids we're really focusing on. So I think, we'll want to be working with our partners, or maybe there's some creativity and we don't have to solve it today, but just for our partners to help us with that, because when we were doing this 2 years ago and we shut it down 2 weeks literally before the event, maybe it was a week because of COVID. It had been planned. We had the school district was doing it on a school day. They were busing all the kids there. I mean, it was really all set up. And now changing it to the weekend, which is a great model because they did an activity in December. I think Youth for Christ or Young Life or somebody did a similar kind of program that we're sort of modeling the structure after. Super successful. So, there'll be, besides focused activities, like you said, there'll be free time and games and activities so that it's really kind of you can drop in, you can stay the whole time. But anyway, transportation is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Helping to have our partners help solve that problem. The school district is not do the busing. And so at least at this point, that's been their position. So we'll be working on that issue as well. But many hands make light work. So definitely, it's a great opportunity for you to share your services, especially as they relate to you, for all of our partners, and then just how we would set that up. And so anyway, kind of.
Did you say, Mary? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
Did you say that the school board has said that we cannot utilize buses on that day? I know that one of the ideas was to possibly pay some of the drivers some overtime so we could bus the students.
It wasn't the school board, but working with the school, that their concern was that they weren't going to have bus drivers, but we, if we maybe set up some routes or do something, I mean, that's certainly an option. We would be paying for that. I don't think the school district would be donating that. So it could be an option, but may not be the sole solution for transportation for some of our neighborhoods. But I'm sure you'll need to have a team working on that, as well as the communication and definitely Lawrence or any of the partners. We want to streamline the communication with our participants, with teens and youth. Word of mouth is going to be probably key. But if we do have any additional marketing pieces, flyers, or other kinds of posts, we would like it to be consistent. So we definitely want promotional things through Shannon so that we can make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary. Another idea we had about transportation was getting bus passes, providing more bus passes to the schools to hand it out to those youth who are interested in attending the event. So that's another thing. But yeah, I'll mirror what Mary said. If anyone on this call has services for transportation that they'd like to recommend, I'm happy to receive all of those recommendations and offerings. Do we have any other questions at this point about the Youth Summit? No? Okay. There are a couple of asks that I would like. One is, well, actually just one. We have a new, I'm going to see if I can bring it up and I'll share it with you. Let's see, let me get out of this. We have a new art piece that's going into Colonial Plaza. And what has been asked of us is if you could write down on a piece of paper or in an email, what living in Lakewood means to you. 1 or 2 sentences. And what's going to occur is those little snippets that you provide us will end up on the art piece. And I am, pardon my inability to, let's see, I'm going to look for the mock-up that I was provided to share with all of you so you know what there we go. Let's go ahead and share this with you. Let's see if it'll come up. Why is that not? Let's see. What are you all seeing? Are you seeing the gateway arcs?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So this is what the art piece will look like. And so as you can see, when you submit what Lakewood means to you, they will be included as little slats on this piece of art, and individuals can stand and read it all. I think this is and what's great is it's going to be in your handwriting. So I have to back out of what I say about issuing it via email. You can certainly send it as an attachment, but please, take a piece of paper, write it down in your handwriting, however you want to be representative, and give it to me. And then I will, there we go, send it on over to Sally. And I believe that they want to get this by April. Mary, can you give a little more information on that?
Sure. Yeah. So the pieces will be reflective, and so you'll see it from, there's 2 arches, one on each side. It's kind of a gateway type thing. And these will be pieces that'll be behind it. I think they move a little bit in the wind, and they also are reflective. So when you're driving, it's the gateway to a road. So you'll be able to capture the light and it'll be reflective. We'd love to have, a long strip of paper with your personal writing on it. But if you do want to email it, Shannon, the artist will be taking all of the information together. And if you were to send it electronically, maybe you pick out your own font you want to use.
Oh, good idea.
He may modify as well, just to give it a sense of variety. Even if you wanted to write a little bit about maybe who you are or how you wrote it. But so we'll take it really any way we can get it, because we really want to try. We have 2 sides, so there will be plenty of space. The artist is actually the person picking and editing, not so much editing, but developing the work. So if you did want to email it, that would be great. If you're doing any activities or have any board meetings or anything in the next 2 weeks, because we are hopefully getting this done by the 1st of April to keep with production, you could do it as an activity, like an activity with your board, an activity with your participants. You could get these strips of paper, which we'll provide for you. If you're interested in picking up a packet or stopping at City Hall, we can get that to you. And you could do it as an activity in one of your, programs or events. And we'd just love to hear from all parts of our community. And of course, you being our wonderful partners who work with all the people in our community, we would love for you to schedule this at, whatever works for you. If it's, a staff event or a community event or an after school program or a weekend activity, we just really want to hear from our families in our community, or the people in our community. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary. So yeah, if you have my email, please feel free to submit them to me and I'll forward them on to the proper parties. Then actually there is one more thing I want to bring to your attention,
It looks like Jesse has a question. His hand is up.
Where's Jesse? Where are you, Jesse? Hi.
Hi, Shannon. I'm wondering if you can email me a copy of that so I can get that out to our community and have them participate in it as well.
You got it. I'll actually email it out to the group. Anybody else have their hand up? I'm looking. Okay. All right. I have one more ask, and that is, it comes from so there's and I'm reading this, sorry, that Lakewood Climate Perception Study. UW grad students are working with our staff on a survey researching public opinion regarding climate change, and this will work to inform the city's communications strategy. It's an opportunity for Lakewood residents to share their experiences of or hearing about climate change and have a voice in future initiatives around the climate change topic. So in this, actually, the team will be presenting their findings to City Council in May. So another thing that I'll forward to you all, it's through Google Docs. I'll forward you the link to go ahead and take that survey if you so choose. And that's all I have to bring to the table. I'm happy to open it up for discussion and go on with the regular format of how this meeting generally works for all of you to share, ask questions from each other, share, and I don't know. Okay. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to talk about during this meeting? Kind of short. Well,
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Lawrence.
Hi. Yeah, I would like to share. My name is Lawrence Garrett. For those who don't know me, I run a consulting firm called 828 Consulting, and we are currently working with Clover Park School District and a number of other partners in the area around a regional equity lab that's involving getting our most marginalized students involved into CTE fields. And so I would love to collaborate, connect with anyone who is interested in helping students expand kind of an awareness and access and achievement in a CTE. I'd love to connect with you and talk about possible partnership opportunities.
Thank you, Lawrence. Well, if we have, Matt. Hi, Matt.
Yeah. Hey, Shannon. I found the initial introduction really, really useful. And then one of the other things that we've done in this meeting in the past is people have left their email addresses in the chat. And I found that really So I'm just wondering if I could ask if that would be, if maybe you could go through the list again and make sure that we didn't miss anybody from the introductions, because I think, if there's no other agenda topics, certainly it would be useful for all the networking.
Yeah. So I think what you're asking, Matt, is if you want me to share the email addresses for the entire group or just those on the call.
The folks who've talked about who they are and what they do on the call is really useful, I think. And, I'm open to what other people think as well.
Sure, me too. Does anybody have a response or recommendation to Matt's recommended Carol?
I think that would be very helpful. And I don't see an opportunity for a chat box on the way this call was set up. So, but if you could share, unless someone has has a concern about that, I think to me it'd be very helpful.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're right. I'm not seeing a chat box. I do have my friend behind the scenes, Nikki, is on the call, helping me to navigate this world of Zoom, and maybe she's able to find out if there's a chat box. But for this particular meeting, yeah, I'll round up the email addresses of everyone and send out a group email with everybody's contact. If everybody gives approval on this call today for me to share your information.
No problem from me.
Perfect.
I'm good too.
Shannon, one of the things we also have done in the past is allowed folks that are here at the end, we have a few more minutes, just like a 30-second announcement. If they have something that they're working on, something that they'd like to do. So maybe if you could do it just by people, if they want to raise their hand, if they have a 30-second announcement they can share with the group, you never know. And then people can follow up with them, offline to get more information or partner, whatever.
I love it. Okay, well, let's open it up. Anyone want to share a 30-second, let's say, commercial about what's important? What do you guys have? Do you want to share with the rest of the group? What's going on? Tasha? Oh,
so I just want to ask if anybody could just spread the word about our mobile food bank. We start at Springbrook Park at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're there almost every Saturday. And then we move to the corner of Boston and Lincoln around 11:15, 11:30, and we're usually there until about noon, 1 o'clock. Our numbers have been kind of dwindling, so any help getting the word out is perfect for us. Not only just looking for anybody that needs help, but anybody that wants to help us volunteer. Any teenagers, especially in the community, that need community service hours in order to graduate, I can fully help them do that if they come volunteer with us. So I would just appreciate help spreading the word.
Tasha, thank you so much. And I will, I'll send the information. If you could forward to me, do you have a flyer or anything informational that I could forward to my youth council?
I do.
Okay, if I could get that from you, I'll get that to them ASAP.
Okay.
Shannon, could you also forward that just to the group as well once you have it?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Marissa.
Hi, so I work for the YWCA for the children's program. So we recently just started up our youth support group. So it's for teens 13 through 21 who are secondary survivors or primary survivors of any type of teen dating violence or violence in general. So really, really looking for some participants. That's on Wednesday evenings. It is in person at the YWCA in Tacoma from 5:30 to 7. So just have them call the YWCA and they can talk to me and we'll do the intake and all that good stuff. So we do a lot of art, we do a lot of snacking and hanging out, and we have video games. So really just trying to appeal to youth in general. And then this Friday, we're just having a teen drop-in at the YWCA. same ages, so 13 to 21. It's just going to be a meet and greet, so they can come and they can meet everyone at the Y in the children's department. And that is from 4:30 to 6:30. So they can just come on by.
You're muted, Shannon.
Well, I did it right this time. Marissa, I'm going to reach out to you later today, if that's okay, because I'd like to talk to you about the youth summit and how the Y can help me out here with vendors and
cool.
Resources.
Sounds good. I also have a flyer, so I can send you the U group flyer. Yeah, and my dream is that once we have enough participants for U group, we're going to turn it into like our own youth advisory group so that they can help create more programming for youth specifically that we can run at the Y.
Okay, I'll distribute that amongst the group as well as my youth council. Thank you. Jennifer Frisk.
Hi, everybody. So I just wanted to add Clover Park, I'm sorry. LASA is having what we're calling a catered friend-raising breakfast. And this will be held April 27th at 7:30 at Clover Park Technical College in the McGavick Center. It will be catered and you can get your tickets for free at Brown Paper Tickets. We do have a flyer. March 1st is when our tickets open up for to be able to get those. So if anybody has any questions or would like a copy of the flyer, I'd be more than happy to send it out to the group.
Jennifer, can you send that to me and then I will I'll distribute it with the other flyers that I'm going to get out there from today's call. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Rachel.
Trying to remember where all the buttons are. We are working on planning oh gosh, what are the words? What are we calling it? It's very early stages. I don't have all the information. I don't have a flyer yet, but at some point this summer, we're going to be working on a neighborhood-based project where we would work at a handful of houses all in the same neighborhood on the same day, and then also have a community fair. It's looking like sometime July, August that we would be holding this. And so when I have all the details and a date, I will let you guys know. And that would be an opportunity to come and table at an event to get the word out about your services.
Are you also, Rachel, looking for volunteers to perform a little sweat equity, not that get in there with the paintbrush or?
I also don't totally know what the projects are, and we do have some sponsor teams that are starting to be corporate sponsor teams that are starting to be released and allowed to volunteer. So they might have a couple sponsor days that have been backed up that they need to do first. But the community fair we're hoping would be probably in a park or another public space. And so there could be a cleanup opportunity or volunteer opportunity to clean up that particular park. So lots of forthcoming details, but just like major heads up sometime this summer, tabling and outreach opportunity.
Okay. Well, when you get that information, a flyer or any information together, I'll definitely distribute it to my different boards.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't see anybody else want to share? Jesse?
Yeah, it's not a share. I have a question for Mary. When is Parks Appreciation Day coming up, Mary?
Parks Appreciation Day is April 23rd. And I am sure we're going to be doing something exciting at Springbrook Park. So you want to coordinate with Nikki on that, Nikki York.
Thank you, Nikki. Reach out to me and let me know the details, please.
Thanks, Jesse. And anybody else that wants to bring volunteers, I should probably give you a little announcement. Park Appreciation Day is a day where we go out and clean up the parks, put in new wood chips at the playground, plant trees, paint, shelters, do a lot of different projects. And so it's a great time for service clubs, youth groups, families, and individuals to come out. And it's kind of tied to Earth Day, Arbor Day, and just it's our 21st year of doing it in Lakewood. And so if you have groups that would like to participate, we'll have Shannon put a note or something in the next send out so that you can sign up, and Nikki can give you more information.
Thank you, Mary and Jesse. Okay, well, we are at 10:05. Does anybody else have a 30-second ask or share of our members while we're all together? Okay, well, if we have nothing more to share, I will be issuing all of that information once I receive it, the flyers. Mary, do you have another question? No? Okay. She's saying goodbye. I will let you all go, and we will have another regularly scheduled meeting. Our next one will be, let's see, we are April 13th. April 13th, I'll see everybody. And if anyone has a recommendation for what they'd like maybe to hear about, maybe you've heard something in the community that you'd like me to research or find information on and share at the next meeting, I am happy to accept recommendations between now and then. So thank you everyone for attending my inaugural call and for making it easy on me. And I look forward to speaking to everybody in March. And like I said, I will be in touch with the information that we shared today to all of you on an email, as well as the emails for the members that appeared or shared today, participated in today's meeting. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And we will